Hello, my most wonderful friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn, just a place where we love talking about planning, stationery, creative and decorative journaling and planning. And if that sounds like it's up your alley, if you love seeing new products, flip throughs, reviews, hauls, those sorts of things, then I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. If you are a returner, you know that for the last 6 weeks-ish, I have been recovering from a fractured tibial plateau, and it's kept me from being able to come out to my office and sit for long periods of time to do more creative and decorative planning. So I haven't been posting creative videos on my channel. It's been at least a month. So thank you for your patience. I'm getting back into the rhythm of things. My bone is healing well. I can start moving more, start physical therapy, and only good things coming, only more YouTube videos coming from this point on, I hope. So thank you for sticking with me. Today, it's a creative planning video. I'm going to be decorating my weekly spread. We are jumping into April, beginning of April. We're going to decorate my Hemlock and Oak horizontal planner for March 31st through April 6th. Irrelevant, but hopefully you guys will, I don't know, plan with me for this week as well. I'm trying to get this up early enough for you to be able to see it and decorate with me. So we're going to decorate the spread, and we're using a brand new sticker book because I have to, because I want to. Because this sticker book is gorgeous. I tried to avoid Cassie from Cassthetic Plans spoilers, like flip throughs of her new sticker books. I tried to very hard, but I couldn't avoid this one. And so I know what this one looks like. Sorry, you're not going to get my first impressions. Well, actually you are, because seeing it in person is always different than seeing flip throughs online. So this is from Cassthetic Plans. Let me make sure there's no billing or random information in the package. There is not, you guys. Junk journaling. Let me make sure we are in the frame here. Junk journaling from Cassthetic Plans. Cassie makes some of my all-time favorite sticker books. And I genuinely mean that because the way that she arranges them, first of all, her aesthetic is gorgeous. These are not her original illustrations. That's licensed artwork, but she puts in a lot of effort to custom build the sticker book to follow a bit of a pattern, which we're going to see in just a moment. So this is her first junk journaling sticker book, and I encouraged her to do one for every season because I think this is going to sell out. I think this is going to be a very popular sticker book because it's going to have a lot of junk journaling elements, which is very on trend, and the colors are gorgeous, like so soft and feminine. And honestly, if you are a minimalist planner, you might really like this sticker book as well. So this will release on March 31st, which coincidentally is also her 2-year shop anniversary. So she's going to have a 20% off sale site-wide, excluding this sticker book. So this sticker book is going to be $22 plus shipping, but everything else on her website that's still in stock will be 20% off. And just, I wonder if I have like examples to show you. You guys know I get into the weeds with products because I just want to make sure you have all of the information that you might need to make an informed decision, especially when you're shopping online and you know you can't see these things for yourself. But just to give you an example, I don't know if these are still in stock, but Boho Dreams is gorgeous. Volume 2, Seasonal Scenes, Evergreen. If For the Love of Books is still available, this is also a gorgeous sticker book. Let's see, there was Volume 2 and Volume 1. So I don't know if Volume 1 is still available, but these are just samples of sticker books that she has done. I have every one. Some of them I have duplicates of because while she does send me these, because we're friends, I have purchased them as well because I want duplicates because I never want to do without her sticker books. So just remember March 31st, 20% off on the site and not including this. So if you are going to pick up the sticker book, take the time to look and see if there's anything else on her website. I will put my affiliate link down below. If my channel is helpful for you in your shopping decisions, please shop with my affiliate links. Of course, that is how I'm able to contribute to my family. So thanks for supporting me in that way. Okay, you guys ready? Enough of the details. Oh, I think did I say the time? 10 a.m. Central Time on Monday, March 31st. That is when the sticker book releases, junk journaling, and then I believe that's also when the 20% off site-wide sale, or site-wide excluding this, goes as well. So the first sticker sheet, it's paper, and these are just junk journaling elements. We've got kind of faux tickets, stamps. I want to see if this double circle, this is a layered circle sticker that is one giant one, but it looks like it's two. I'm gonna get up close there so you can see it. Very pretty, very soft. And we have 2 sheets of those. Then we have a little bit more of a neutral palette. Let me see these stickers. These guys are panels. Ooh, that's really fun, especially if you're working with, ooh, like a book-bound planner or journal notebook. You can put like 2 on one side or 1 on one side, 3 on the other. I might have fun with that today, but I love that this image is split up into the 4 different panels. Love the aesthetic of the postage stamps. That's very much on trend and what I'm really into right now, along with this kind of photo or film reel. We've got some ripped paper. This is a full bleed sticker, so it's going to not have any white edge when you pop it into the corner of your notebook. So we have 2 sheets of those. Again, we have that photo reel. Now this is really light. And honestly, if you have a notebook or a planner that is cream colored, so like my AMW planner is a cream colored paper, this would look stunning on it. It'd be fine on paper too, white paper, you can see what that looks like. But if you have a ivory or cream paper, that would really pop. Is so pretty. We have 2 sheets of those. And then we've got just more flourishes, some papers with washi strips and florals. Very cute. Very light and soft. Very neutral. These have all been paper so far. Here we've got like faux washi tape, grid washi over some flowers. We've got layers of craft paper and graph paper, some washi strips. We've got some flowers with like wax seals, faux wax seals that say love on them. Again, this is a pre-layered piece with paper and the washi strips. I'm gonna have to keep standing up. The new arm on my desk is a little tricky. So all of these have had duplicate pages so far, so you don't have to worry about hoarding your pages. And then we have a sheet just full of these florals that you can kind of add and supplement to the additional more like textured and paper stickers or paper looking stickers. Now this one is a singular sheet on paper, and then this one is clear. So different materials, same designs. Ooh, we're gonna use these today. Pretty. I love lined florals. My favorite kind of floral is lined floral. Same with like citrus fruits in the summer and the fall. I love lined artwork. It's so pretty and whimsical and romantic. But here we have on paper, lined florals, leaves. The color kind of has that like eucalyptus color. Maybe that's a eucalyptus, I don't know. But that is my favorite aesthetic when it comes to florals. And here we have kind of a green bent to it. Very pretty. These are clear. And then we have smaller junk journaling elements with these postage stamps. These are all individual. And it looks like they are kiss cut to follow the bumps of, or the cuts of the postage stamp. So that'll look really nice if you're laying a postage stamp on top of something that's a little bit darker. That's gonna look really pretty. Then we have different washi strips or faux washi strips with different patterns on them. Love the tags here. So pretty, so on trend. We have a second sheet like the first. Actually, is it the same? Yes, same. So those two are the same. Now we have junk journaling aesthetic words and phrases. And I love that the font is all different. I love that it is on a darker kind of craft paper material, or it looks like it is. So it's not going to add additional bulk like you're actually adding like sheets of craft paper, but you're getting that aesthetic with these stickers, and they're all different. Believe, love, reality is a prison in yourself. Wait, in yourself. Just in yourself. In yourself. I wonder if you could like mix and match these together. Bloom in yourself, right? Freedom in yourself. Grow in yourself. Like you can kind of hope in yourself. Live in yourself. You can kind of mishmatch these together. Mash them together. Mix and match them together. This is my first creative video in a while, and my first sticker book flip through in a while, so just bear with me. But I love all the fonts being different. I love that you can kind of like the the magnets on your refrigerator where it's a bunch of different phrases and you can kind of like mix them all together. It kind of gives me that set of vibes. This is a second sheet with the same phrases. Let me see if the colors are the same. Colors look the same. There are no mistakes, just lessons. So those are two different stickers, but you could put them together. Oh, I love when she does these. This is clear, a clear sheet of script writing with, some of these have like an alcohol ink to them, element to them. So these can be layered underneath things to add a little bit more texture, more dimension. So we have a full sheet of clear stickers with that script font and alcohol ink. Looks like we have a second page of that, all clear. Ooh, now we're getting into some fun elements. This is on clear, very neutral with a little bit more of that like beautiful mauve tone. A little bit of lined leaves on there as well. So these are elements that you can stack as well with your script writing and your florals. Yes. I love when she does this too. This is a full sticker, full sheet sticker, but that means you can just rip off the pieces that you want and lay it down. How gorgeous is that? So if I only wanted this part of it, for example, I would probably have to take the whole sheet off. Probably have to take the whole sheet off to rip the top of it. But I just love that I can like create different shapes of stickers based on this full collage and what's going to match my design aesthetic. Ooh, this is pretty. So we have some different lace textures in here. This looks like really dry clay. We've got book font here, some lace. Again, this is something that you can rip up. She added some smattering of that gold reflect, but it's not actually going to be shiny, but it gives the illusion of it being sparkly. And then we have our functional boxes that are going to match the aesthetic of everything else in the book. So everything comes together to create a cohesive spread. So we've got our two initial boxes that are your traditional, going to fit a standard vertical planner. And then we have our double vertical boxes in both the horizontal way and then stacked. These are bullets. Let me see if I have, where's my tweezers when I need them? Can I stick it on this pencil? Sure. But this is, well, actually it's like matches my skin tone. But these are just bullets for making your bullet lists. I don't use these for bullet lists. I use them for decor. They make the most fun confetti on a spread. If I just want to add like a splattering of splatter, I will use the bullets to create my own splatter around the page. And then lastly, what is one of the most awesome ways that Cassie designs her sticker books is she gives us pre-made clusters. So if you're overwhelmed with all of the different elements and you don't know how to combine them together, she gives you a couple sheets, and there are, two sheets that are exactly the same that have these pre-made clusters. So if you need to plan quickly and you just want to add something, pretty to your planner spread, you can just lay one of these stickers down. This is one giant sticker that has the elements printed on it already. So you've got the script that we've seen previously. We've got some book writing. We've got some layers of papers, the florals, our functional box. Same thing over here, some decorative papers, that faux wax seal, functional box. Again, just pre-made like clusters that just look really lovely. And you have two sheets of those. So that is her first ever junk journaling sticker book. And I hope that it's not her last. I think that she's done really great with this first one, but there's so much she could do with junk journaling in a sticker book that I think would be really popular. She could even go bolder with darker colors. Like, I'd love to see more of this, of course. Big fan of that. I love these. But where's this type of floral here, I really love and would want to see more of that. I think that would be super fun. So let's get into setting up my spread and getting ready for the week. Now that can you guys hear the rain? I'm sorry if you can, or maybe you're welcome if you can. It's very calming. It's better than my voice, that's for sure. I'm really ready to get back into business with, this is the lavender soft folio cover and the horizontal planner from Hemlock and Oak. Did I say that already? Hemlock and Oak. So let's get into April. Since I'm trying to get back into my rhythm, I know that decorating my planner is going to be a huge part in that. And so let's just get into it. So how I use this planner, I always say this in case you're new. I love the horizontal layout because I don't have a lot of things that have to happen specific days of the week. What I do have is a ton of stuff in my brain that is overwhelming, it's suffocating, and it's paralysing. It brings about paralysis. And so what I like about this layout is I can dump everything out on this side, and then I can assign it to specific days of the week based on the load and my schedule each day. So I love having this open brained up space. And this also is a space where I can get really creative if I want to. I don't want to over create or over decorate the spread this week because I have a lot on my mind and I need a lot of space for writing things down. So we're going to keep things really simple with some decorative dating. That's one great way to add some decor to your spread when you don't want to sacrifice the functionality and the space on paper. So that just means redating what's already dated with some extra, fancy, cute things. And then I still have planning space here. And then really keeping my decor to the outer perimeter and to headers so that the bulk of the page is functional. I absolutely cannot stand when people draw a distinction between creative planning and functional planning. I think that there is a blending of the two that is possible, and that's the space that I like to inhabit. I like to be able to make something look nice, so as I'm flipping through it, it's pleasurable and it keeps me coming back to my planner, but it cannot be at the expense of me actually using it. And so that is always what I aim to do. I love these stickers, so I'm inclined to use them. And I think we should use some stamps today as well. I think that would be nice just to get my headers done. I love the sticky notes, or excuse me, the postage. So I'm going to start with, you guys can see me okay? Yep. I'm going to start with creating my header on this side to kind of set the tone. And I'm going to do that with this sticker because I'm a fan. I think it's pretty. So I'm just going to lay this guy right here. And I mean, we could take a pre-made cluster if we want to cut a corner here. Easily take a pre-made cluster like this and lay that down. Or yeah, I kind of want to do some layering. So I'm going to lay this whole thing down right here. I typically like to pre-cut my stickers when I'm decorating a book-bound planner because obviously it's harder to navigate this. So I'll do that in some future sticker lays. I will actually cut a straight edge on the paper first before or cut a straight edge on the sticker first before laying it down. I want to take this piece. Actually, let me grab, I need my tools, my trusty tools. Have I told you guys about this one yet? Actually, it's not this one. I have multiples of these, but let me grab my ride or die. Where is my ride or die? Oh boy. Of course it fell on the floor. So I'm literally, and I mean literally, not like in a Valley Girl literally, obsessed with these activity bins from Maple and Lark. Talked about them ad nauseum, but I actually took this to my mom's small group this morning. Fits easily in my purse, so I have to grab that. But this has all of my basic tools. And I have a reel and a short here on YouTube if you want to check it out. But yeah, this is my ride or die. Like, I take it everywhere. I have multiples of these for this purpose, but what I wanted to grab was my tweezers. And I do have a code, Joyful10 will save you 10% at Maple and Lark. I am an affiliate for them now because I love this so much. And I said, do you guys give discount codes if you're an affiliate? If so, can I have one? Because I'm obsessed, and it's true. I love my activity bin. I'm going to try to lift this sticker up. I always try to put like the script stickers and alcohol ink stickers, those sort of texture pieces. I always want them underneath my image stickers. So I lifted up that floral right there to lay down the cut piece that came off of this sticker. So always try to kind of reuse what you've got. And that just kind of fills that in a little bit more. And I don't like that this cut off so abruptly. So we're going to go back to this guy. And I wonder if this guy could fit. If I could kind of extend. Yeah, I'm going to extend. Ooh, is that thunder? Thunderstorms in Texas, you guys. Unless you've lived in Texas, you do not. Oh, it's beautiful. You do not know it. My dog hates it, of course. She gets super anxious, and she's incredibly difficult to calm down. But they are so pretty and awe-inspiring. Okay, so I laid this guy down. I don't like the way that the tip of this sticker is over this sticker. So if I can lift up this guy, I will. Oh, that's so pretty. That rain on the roof. All right, if I can't lift it up, I can't lift it up. So what I'm gonna try to do is find a smaller sticker. Even like, was there a wax seal that was on its own? I can't remember. Can y'all remember? I wonder if that would match. Maybe that would match. Those are more warm toned. We need some cool toned. That, or here we go. What if we added like a postage stamp on top? Which one? Or a tag. Ooh, or if there's enough tags, there's enough tags to decorative date. I think we'll date with the tags today. That's gonna be pretty. So which stamp should we choose? Or I could use this one. Will this match? If we're junk journaling, we're just kind of like laying things down, right? I mean, there is some rhyme to it. I don't think that matches quite right. There is some rhyme and reason to it. Maybe this lighter color has kind of a blue tone to it. We'll just do that. Lay that guy down. Okay, I don't love it. Maybe it needs to be a little bit darker. We're gonna circle back. Ooh, no, we're gonna take it off. Something doesn't feel right about that. If it doesn't destroy. Okay, it's definitely destroyed that top sticker or that bottom sticker. So we definitely now have to come up with something in that corner. How does she fix it? I could do a word, but I'm kind of not wanting a word, and it does need to be paper. What if I use like one of these strips, like a washi strip vertical, like that? Could just do something like that, that works. Just to kind of fill that in. That works for me. Okay, so let's bebop over here and see how these tags could work for decorative dating. It's a bit of a stretch. These are a bit too large. I've done the postage stamp look before, so this would be a bit of a copycat of another spread I've done. But you know, I could do it this week just to ease back into decorating, and because it always looks pretty. Should I do that? Oh, but the tags are so pretty. This is tricky. Part of me wants to hang the tags. And then the other part of me thinks we could do washi strips. That would work too. They would certainly. Let's do that. Let's do these washi strips just to remove the dates, and then I will we're gonna use some stamps today. Stamps have really changed the game for me when it comes to dating. I really love the look of date stamps, so I think I might go ahead and I just don't know. Do we want to do the postage stamps? I feel like these have a really good dimension for the horizontal. They fit almost perfectly. So I think I'm going to do it. And do I move them around? I think so. So I'm just going to go back and forth with how they're angled. Again, this is not a brand new look for me. I've done this before, but I really did like how it turned out, and I'm so behind on filming. I've got other things I want to accomplish today, so I guess that's a little tip-a-rooney for you. If you don't have a lot of time and you need to just get your spread decorated, it's okay to repeat things. Like if you've got duplicate pages, that's what's great about duplicate pages, is you can repeat something that you really liked. So that's essentially what I'm doing. Repeating a style that worked for me. Now, the florals here are different than the aesthetic here. And so I need to incorporate, or want to incorporate, this aesthetic on this side. And I think I'm not sure how to do that quite yet. Let's actually date this side, and then maybe I'll get some clarity. Actually, I'm gonna grab one of these guys and lay the word joy right here. I feel like that kind of helps that area. kind of creates this little kind of junky look. Okay. Stamps. Really been loving these guys. This set is from Everyday Explorers, and I gotta decide, I think I want to have vintage sepia as a ink color, but I'm wondering if I should start incorporating some black just to help this come together a bit more. So let me find my ink pad. That's always the question. Where's my stuff? You guys, I have a lot of really great products coming soon. Not from me, but I've got some PR packages of some really, really exciting goodies. Oh, where's my ink pad, friends? Someone commented on a video recently where I had asked about whether or not you minded that my videos were unedited. And the person was like, I don't need to know when you can't find something and when you're taking a drink of water. Brutal, but totally honest. And I appreciate that. But since most of you actually do enjoy that part of my channel, I appreciate that as well. What I need to do is be more prepared in the future and make sure that I have everything that I need before I actually start filming, which is something I very rarely do. It's like, okay, is my daughter with my mom? How much time do I have before I have to go back in the house? And I just kind of impulsively start filming without thinking about whether or not there are other things I need to be doing. Okay, so the problem with, I forgot about this. The problem with this set is there's no 31, and I actually need the 31st. So I'm not going to use this set, which makes things even more not fun. Sorry guys, because now I need to pick a different date stamp. So I wonder if this could be kind of interesting. This is from Kerri Bradford Studios. And these are like bold blocks. Maybe a little bit too bold. And then I have more kind of soft dates from Kerri. I have a lot of Kerri Bradford Studio stamps, if you're wondering what's up. I could go with this one. This is kind of soft and gentle. And then I could mix it with like, kind of really like this one. Very soft. I'm going to use these monthly, or these days of the week with these stamps. So these are both Kerri Bradford Studio. Let me show you these a little bit more clearly. This first set is called Double Digits, and it's small. Okay, Double Digits, small. And then the other set I'm going to use is Overtime. So this is Overtime, and this is Double Digits. So Double Digits is 0246, and Overtime is 0414. I'm not affiliated with Kerri Bradford Studio. I just really like her stamps. So we're going to use these ones, and I think I should do the day of the week first. I don't know, what would you guys do? Day of the week first or the date first? I'm going to do the day of the week first. And these are so small and detailed, so I got to be careful. Where's my ink pad? I never can find my favorite ink pad. Probably because I've been going back and forth over the last 5 weeks, like trying to have as much stuff with me in the living room to do my planning offline while I've been, oh, you know what? Hold on. I just saw this. Should I use, oh man, I have 2 months worth of Sterling ink. This reminds me, Sterling ink stickers that I like, subscription that I haven't even opened yet. I'm so behind on life. Okay, well, what was I saying? Oh, my point being that I've been going in and out of the house so frequently, or my husband's been going in and out of the house, coming out here to get stuff for me to plan in the house, that at this point, I don't know what's in the house and what's not. So I think my favorite ink is in the house. So we're going to use this guy. Not a huge, this one, I'm not a huge fan of this one because it takes, wait a second, what am I doing? Okay, so the catch with these ones is the date. The date is the small date. I was hoping that the line would be, let's just do this. I'm gonna move forward with my life. The ink that I'm using right now, which is not my favorite, it takes a long time to dry. So my absolute favorite is the Versa Magic Sukuneku ink is my absolute favorite. So today we're just gonna have to hope that I don't smudge too much. So I hope you guys have been doing well. If you have a toddler at home and are also trying to get work done and you're dealing with a sickness or are immobile, you probably know what the last five weeks have been like for me. It's been pretty challenging, and I'm just, you know, having to remember that my value isn't in my productivity. The things that I complete around the house, how much content I post on social media, like, although that is like my job at this point, it's how I provide financially for my family. My value is not in what I produce. And so I've really had to shift my thoughts around, like, I don't know, what it means to be immobile and, like, I don't know, not feel terrible because I'm not able to do stuff. I can still be a good mom even if I'm kind of stuck on the couch, you know? And what matters most is how I'm cultivating Esther's heart, not, you know, all the things that I'm doing with her. We can still have conversations. She can still sit in my lap. You know, she can bring stuff to me and play next to me. It's just been I've just really been thinking a lot about how much I value and put so much of my like self-worth in what I produce for my family. And I really don't like it, and I don't want it to be that way. And I think whenever something hard happens in life, we have this tendency to ask why. Why, God? Like, why is this happening to me? Like I can't drive. Like, how am I supposed to like do stuff if I can't drive and I can't pick up my daughter? Like, why would you do this to me? I am trying to pivot that question away. I'm trying to pivot away from that question and instead ask, you know, God, what do you want me to learn in this time? What do you have for me right now? What lessons do you have for me? What should I be tuning my heart to? What should I be looking at? What should I be seeing? Instead of, why are you doing this to me? What do you have for me in this? And I have definitely seen very clearly how fast-paced my mind is and how highly I value my productivity, rather than the question Josh keeps telling me, like when I quit my job outside the home, you know, he said, stop thinking about whether or not your day was productive and think about whether or not your day was effective in what you set out to do today. Was it effective in meeting some of the goals you had when you quit your job to begin with, which were less about producing more and doing more and more about rest and balance and loving my child well, connecting with my child well. And so after, how many months are we out? I'm out. I've been out of higher ed for 8 months now. Is that right? 8 months. I've really forgotten that. I've gone back to hustle, 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 grind, grind, grind. Am I producing? How productive am I? And I just feel like in this season where I've had to just sit on my butt for 5 weeks, unable to drive, having to ask for help, people bringing us meals, have been so humbled and reminded about what my values are. And I just know that that is what God had for me in this season. And I don't want to forget. And I hope that I don't. And I can say, as we're getting further out from this experience, while still super crappy to be kind of knocked out, I do see value in the experience. And I think that I will be better for it on the other side. And I will say, like, I feel like I've been in Austin for a few years now, and it's been really hard to build community. And through this, I have really, really leaned into my church community and a group of moms, and it's, you know, forced me to be willing to say, yeah, I need help. Yeah, like, it would be great if you could set up a meal train for me. Like, I, you know, am now finally seeing this community, you know, flourish. And I saw this reel several weeks ago about being a villager, like participating in the village experience, like being able to ask for help when you need it and offering help to others when they need it. That is all part of the experience of building community. And I hope that when I come out on the other side of this, I am more willing to, or attuned to, the needs of others. So if somebody else has some sort of hardship and needs a meal or something like that, I hope that I will be quick to respond to the needs of others, because I know what it feels like to need that help as well. So just lots of thoughts, you guys, that I've been having through this process. So I'm trying to figure out the formatting before I add any more stickers, because again, my priority is making sure that I have space to write things down. So work-wise, I'm a content creator. I have contracts with companies and create projects for them. So I know, and right now this has been my catch-all. I do have a Laurel Denise project planner that I jump in and out of for kind of big picture things. But this is where I want to make sure I can see everything that I need to do for the week, whether it's related to my home or my husband or my child or the work that I need to accomplish. Because if my work stuff is in another planner, then I have no idea how everything's going to fit into the week. I need to see it all together. So I do have a separate social media planner, but I do include social media related tasks here because this is my workhorse. I will say that I am very close to wanting to create or pick a daily planner, because I have a creative daily Arch and Olive notebook, which is great, but I think I need something in the morning, maybe with a little bit more writing space where I can do a full-on daily brain dump. So stay tuned. I'm leaning towards a plum paper for that, but we will see. I know we've got Happy Planner release coming out. There's fun things coming from Laurel Denise that I'm excited about. I think I might have over inked this, but let's see. Ooh, that worked lovely. So we'll see where we land, but as we look towards spring and spring releases and the back to school / academic release stuff, I want to see what Happy Planner's got. I want to see what Laurel Denise has got, Plum Paper, and see if I can create, yes, an additional planner though that is focused on daily. I do not have a daily planner in my lineup that is not a like journaling creative space hybrid, and I need something that is purely functional. Probably would never decorate it, and you might not even see it here on social media, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. So I've got my project space. I might want to add a little bit more here for structure. Maybe add, this has a task list going down this side, but I might want to double it up and use this stamp for tasks, just so I can create 2 columns for projects. That might be the best. And then I do like to separate my days in half between home and, well, I think I've been doing triples, like what's happening today, what I need to do for home, and what I need to do for work. So I think I can get away with just having this. So I'm going to use, just to continue the theme, let's grab, I think we need some decorative elements here. Maybe I'll just use the washi tape, a washi tape strip. And I'll just stamp the washi tape strip. No, I think it's too much. We're gonna go really simple. I'm just going to stamp my column. So let's grab a pen. I'll just go with this guy. This is the, I'm gonna change the ink out on this one. I don't trust my barrels anymore. Okay, this is still the Zebra Sarasa Dry with the Airfit grip barrel. I've been buying replacement ink more lately, which means I can no longer trust what what the barrel says it is. So, but I think that is accurate. So I'm just going to turn this guy around, and I need my B5 stencil. This stencil is from Archer and Olive. The A5 and the B5 stencils that have been released in the last several months, by far probably top 5 tools that I have been using because they are so good. They did a stencil, ruler stencil hybrid in a sub box years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it broke pretty quickly. Like, and it was the first time they had made one. And I think they knew that it was no bueno, because these new stencils are so good. They are a must. Yes, I'm an affiliate for Archer and Olive, but I'm not trying to sell you on this. Other than that, it's a really awesome stencil. But I think the A5 is still in stock, and Joyful 10 is my discount code with them for 10% off over there. But it is, yeah, my favorite ruler at this point. There's something about having a ruler that's wider that just makes me feel like I have more control on the page. And I don't use the markings as much, but I have used the boxes that are in the stencils to create like currently pages. So yeah, highly recommend. So these are the words I'm going to be choosing from. This is from the Ton, the stamp set. And does it say what it's called? Plan With Me, the Noted box. And I'm a big fan of this one. I use it pretty frequently. It's got a lot of currently words as well. But let's see, I've already used the project, so I'm going to use the Today stamp for the first column, because that's going to be anything that's happening today on that day. And that's also where I'm going to put home related things. So any notes about, like, I know Esther doesn't have daycare on the 31st. So that is what I would write down there. No daycare. So anything that is specific for the day is going to go here. Appointments, calendaring things, maybe Josh's work schedule. If I want to write down what I want to do for dinner. I've been trying to be better about making dinner in advance, like crock pot meals and stuff. But if you guys have any website recommendations for crock pot, like slow cooker, Ninja Foodie recipes that are not high in carbs, that would be great. It seems like every crock pot recipe that I am finding has a rice or a pasta element to it. And I would really like to, not always have a super high starchy elements, not starch, carb. I'll just say like rice and pasta element to it. I'm going to use the to-do stamp in this column because that really is the, I don't know, I guess that's the best phrase for work. I don't think there's a work, yeah, there's no work stamp. And I've already used the projects. So we're going to do to-do. Pop that right here. And I just love the way stamps look, you guys. I will always be someone that uses stickers, but increasingly stamps have become a big part of my life because they're reusable, you know? You do have to clean them and care for them, and you do have to store them, but you have to store sticker books too. Stamps though, like, you buy it once, they're more expensive, especially if you get the photopolymer stamps. So this probably was like 20 bucks for this size, but the larger stamp sets are going to be 30 bucks for the photopolymer, but they're good quality. And if you think about how much you spend on sticker sheets that have functional words and phrases on them, the stamp is going to be a better deal so that you're just, you know, you reuse the same stamp over and over and over again. So I'm a big stamp person now. I'm a full-on believer. Okay, so we have the structure for this. Honestly, I don't want to add a lot of decor because the to-do side is going to be pretty full, but I don't do a lot Saturday, Sunday. I think I am going to add a little bit of decor here, and maybe that'll be this guy. We're gonna need a straight edge, so I'm just gonna cut this as straight as I can, and I think I'm gonna make this a straight edge as well and pop it in right here, right there. At most, for work-related things, I might like post a video or something, but it will have already been filmed. I'm not going to film on the weekends. That's like family time, but I do think that works. I feel like we need to cover this up a little bit, so I'm going to take one of these stickers, like the leaves here. It's already got that straight edge, and I'm going to hope that I can put this down and not completely cover. Oh yeah, this isn't going to cover it at all. I think we should go a little bit lower. And that kind of ripped, but that's okay. Does that look kind of junk journaly? I think that's all right. We're going to be okay with that. So very simple, right? It's decorative, it's cute, but I still have plenty of space to write things. And if I want to add a little bit more structure, which I think I do, I'm going to go back to this stamp set. I'm curious to see if the Plan With Me Noted Box task bullets match. They do. Now, they're not going to fit. Obviously, this is longer than each row, so I'm only going to stamp. How many are going to fit? Let's see. See how many I'll fit here. 4 are gonna fit, is that right? 4, or I could just do 3. I'm gonna do 4. We're gonna rock and roll. So this guy, this task bullet list, don't wanna overstretch it though. Okay, I'm only going to ink 4 boxes. Everybody hold your breath. I'm gonna have to pull this in close, which means I might need to turn the camera a little bit. No, we'll be okay. All right. Now this, it's not going to make a lot of sense because, well, I guess we still have room there, but that looks nice. So I'm just going to go through and do this. I could use a dot pen, actually looking at how that fits now. 4 is going to be a really tight squeeze. Do we do 3 the rest of the way? No. We're going to try 4 again. Yeah, they're not going to be lined up. 3 would have been the better choice. I could pivot to 3 now. Should we pivot to 3? So I cleaned it off. We're going to do 3. And I'm going to try to just reorient. There we go. Much better. You live and learn, friends. I hadn't tried this stamp in this planner before. That's the kind of thing that will bother me all week and will probably bother me when I post pictures on Instagram. But then I have to remember I'm decorating this for my real life, not for Instagram. So it's all good in the hood. Do I want... I'm not going to do 3. I'm going to do 2 for Saturday, Sunday. And actually, I'm using a baby wipe, by the way, to clean this. If it's possible, we'll just try. I wonder if I can do 2 and have there be a gap in between. I don't think so. I think I just got some ink on that middle one. Sometimes this is not the worth the effort, friends. So if you have the Zig dot pens, use those. You don't need to do it this way. I don't know if I like that. We're going to go back to 3. Changing things up. This is definitely extra. I just was excited to see if these fit. I would probably do a dot pen in the future, but that structure does look very nice. Adds a little bit more to the planning page. All right, I think we just need to add a little bit more deco and like a few more stickers, and then I'm just gonna call it quitsies, dunsies. I don't think we need any more stamping. It might happen. We'll see. Let's go back to the sticker book. And I do love a script moment. I think about where I could put this. And if I'd want to add another box. Or use a tag. Kind of tempted to use a tag. Just throw that guy down there. Grab my bone. This is a paper folding tool. I use it to really press my clear stickers in. I guess a little too thick. So it's a little bit thinner. So we're just like laying stuff down, guys. Not a lot of rules here. And And I feel like we need maybe like another phrase here. Joy and hope, maybe. It is okay. I kind of want to replicate that font. So I'm looking through the sticker book to find that same font. So we have hope and it's okay and do it now. Do it now feels a little aggressive. So I don't know, I think hope matches joy. Just lay that there. And let's see. Do we keep it as simple as that? I kind of think so. Part of me wants to add something down here, but I'm not sure it's necessary. We've got more florals. I wonder how this would. No, I think we're gonna call it good. I always end up posting like my final spread over on Instagram, or I often do. So if I do make any changes, you would be able to see it over on the gram. Let me make sure this is all centered so you can see it. I think we're done. I really do. I can do more because I love doing more, but the challenge for me is always doing less. And so I'm going to do less and call this a spread. What do you guys think of the junk journaling sticker book? It is so pretty. I want more of this. I want more bold colors because I feel like if she goes darker into this vibe, I think it could look really, really, really stunning. I'm not a steampunk aesthetic kind of person, but I've seen some gorgeous black and white and that kind of craft paper brown color like imagery and junk journaling that is so pretty. If she could do it without it looking creepy, I would love that. I think that could breathe some new life into my creative journey. So really excited about this, and I hope it's not the first, well, I hope it's not the last junk journaling sticker book we see from Cassie. This again releases on Monday, March 31st at 10 a.m. Central Time. My affiliate link is in the description box. Please use that if you decide to shop. And if you're a frequent shopper of Cassthetic plans, you can always just bookmark my affiliate link and save her website, you know, in your browser. And that way, just whenever you shop Cassthetic plans, it is automatically my affiliate link. That's a great way to continue to support my channel. And I thank you if you decide to do that. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget that she is doing that 20% off sale for her second birthday with the shop. And so if you have been eyeing anything else from Cassthetic plans, this is going to be the best time to grab it. She only does sales with the anniversary, her birthday, and I know she did Black Friday sales in November. I don't remember when her birthday is. Sorry, Cassie. So the next time she's going to have a sale on her website is probably going to be Black Friday. Do not quote me on that. I'm just going based off of the calendar that I've seen, you know, actually happen. So 20% is probably the best you're going to get until November. So definitely time to check it out. And Hemlock and Oak, I also have a discount code for them if you like this planner. I have been loving it. Loving it. This has been really a treat to use and has got me back into planning in a new way, and I've really loved it. My affiliate link for Hemlock and Oak is down below, and I also have the code Joyful10 to save you 10%. I've said this before, I try to stay consistent with my codes. When a company reaches out to me and says, oh, like, would you want to join our program? I'll do it if I like the product, and if I use the product, I have the product. And I always try to ask for joyful, the word joyful, and then whatever the percentage is off. So if it's 10%, it's 10. If it's 8%, then it would be joyful 8, and so on. So if you're ever curious if I have a discount code and you're looking for a discount code and it is a planner shop, try Joyful 10, Joyful 5, Joyful 8, Joyful 15, and there's a possibility that that might give you a discount. So give it a go. All right, friends. Thank you for joining me. I know this was kind of a a wonky one getting back into the rhythm of filming and decorative planning. But I hope that you're glad that I'm back. I hope that you made it to the end. How about leave me your favorite flower in the comments section, and that'll let me know that you made it to the very end. Thank you for doing that if you did. And come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. And y'all, if you want to hang out with me again, I hope that you do, please consider subscribing to my channel and just being on this creative journey with me. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.